Introducing Naturally You, a podcast celebrating the unfiltered stories of inspiring women, each one as rare, radiant, and resilient as a natural diamond. Hey everyone, and welcome to the first ever episode of Naturally You. I'm so excited to be here today with jewelry influencer, content creator extraordinaire, Miss Kirby, who I'm so happy is also my friend, so I feel comfortable having her here as the first ever guest.
I'm so excited to be here and honored that you chose me as your first to be on the podcast. This is going to be so fun.
We are so excited. I was just telling you that I discovered you through my husband, Kyle.
Yes.
And he was scrolling through TikTok and he was like, this girl has great content. She is going to blow up. She's the next big thing. And I started following you and I was just like obsessed with all of your jewelry breakdowns, like your personality was so personable. And yeah, I slid into your DMs.
I love a good slide. Like that's how so many relationships start, a good little swipe up.
And you've been blowing up over the past few months. I can't even believe it. Tell everyone who knows you, who doesn't know you, like, who are you? How did you get started in the jewelry world, in content creation, all of that?
Okay, I have to start with the disclosure that I do not have my GGs. I do not have the educational background about jewelry. I just have the passion.
You're an enthusiast.
The enthusiast, the jewelry enthusiast. That's kind of how I describe myself. So I don't know much about gems. That's where Olivia comes in, obviously, the queen herself. But I just came from genuinely a place of passion and obsession. Unfortunately, it's gotten to the obsession place. I started getting into jewelry when I was a senior in high school, more or less, because my mom has this 9-foot-long strand of pearls. Insane. And she never wears it. But for prom, I decided to wear it along with a wedding dress. I was that type of a high school senior.
I also wore a wedding dress looking dress to prom.
See, like soulmates.
Yeah.
It's meant to be.
Like when I was getting married, my mom's like, why don't you just wear your prom dress? And I was like, I can't do that.
I can't do that.
Yeah.
My mom said the exact same thing. She was like, you can rewear this. See, multi-purpose. She was girl mathing even back then. Gosh. Well, who knows? Wedding is coming up. So we will see. Maybe I'll rewear the prom dress for an event or something.
Yeah.
But I got so hyperfixated on pearls for a long time because obviously my mom was like, you need to take care of these. They have, certain characteristics, very, very soft pearls. And then I was like, wait, what the hell? How do I not know this? And then I just started looking at engagement rings. I was obsessed with engagement rings, completely single at this point, by the way. Completely.
Really?
Oh yeah. Dead single, obsessed with big stones. And so I just started sending them to my friends and continued sending them to my friends. And they were like, Kira, stop. Like, I can only give you as much enthusiasm in a day as like maybe one ring. I'm like, okay. Where can I talk about this? Where can I find a community that I can just genuinely vent about my obsession? And TikTok. My first ever video that blew up was me wearing my pearls at prom. It wasn't posted during high school. I don't even think TikTok was around back then. Showing my age. Let's disregard. But I think I was in London and I made a video about the pearls that I wore at prom. That blew up and I was like, oh snap, there is a community on TikTok that cares about jewelry. And that was the most exciting thing for me because I could talk about my obsession along with my lifestyle and my collection and really just genuinely vent to a community that was interested and keen to hear. So it's kind of been my MO, just talking about things that I'm passionate about, educating people when I do feel like I am educated enough on something that I can speak to it. And obviously it's just taken off in the past couple of months, which has been such a privilege and an honor. And honestly, whenever somebody comes up to me and says that they recognize me from TikTok, I'm like, I love you. I genuinely love you.
What did you do before you were full-time in content creation?
I've had many lives. I was in theater for a while.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I know. I keep that hidden. It's like down on the DL.
Well, that's why you're great in front of a camera.
Honestly, I think that's it. Theater kids have a different energy sometimes. Went to theater camp, the whole 9 yards. But I ended up doing some work in the Senate for a little bit. And then I went to LSE for my master's to get one in politics and communication.
That's the
London School of Economics, yeah. I feel like an asshole when I say full out London School of Economics.
But that makes sense. That's why you were living in London,
Yes,
right?
exactly. So I moved there for the master's and then associated with the master's, you get a year to work without being sponsored. So I found a job in PR, it was so incredibly helpful because you see the other side. As an influencer, you're working with brands 24/7 and you kind of know as well what it's like on the other side, what they would love to see from a creator, what they would hate to see from a creator. And it's like, you just kind of learn the ropes from a professional point of view. And that was infinitely helpful. So I did PR in crisis communications, corporate communications, and then B2C type communications for literally up until last December.
Mm-hmm.
So I've only been doing content creation full time for about 6 months now.
And when did you move to the States?
I moved back in December. So right as I quit my job, right
Lots
at the same time,
changes.
big changes. And that was kind of when I started blowing up even more, right around December.
So from starting as a jewelry enthusiast, and now you've been working with a lot of jewelry brands and being introduced to like the inner workings of the jewelry world, like what are some things that have surprised you?
Oh my God, so much. I think the biggest one is how microscopic this community is. Everybody knows everybody, it feels.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, you kind of get a reputation quite quickly when you are working with a bunch of people in the space. And I mean, reputations precede people for the most part, but also when they keep seeing you and, you know, it's the family oriented as well. I mean, people are going to be very, very protective over family built businesses, or, you know, there's just so much community in the space that I don't think people understand. I mean, it seems so separate and secluded, but really there's so much overlap from gem dealers to designers to wholesalers, and everybody showcases or attends the same conferences. And honestly, before last year at JCK, I had no idea what I'd gotten into. None whatsoever.
JCK, for those of you who don't know, is like one of the biggest like jewelry industry conferences in Vegas that we just got back from. But that was like way before you got like really into the space. So how did you even go to JCK last year?
I have to give it like to the JCK team. I have to give like a massive shout out to them because
they discovered you before Kyle discovered you?
They did. I have to give Kyle his props as well. But JCK really did find me, pick me up from the woodworks, and I do not know how they found me because my content back then was, it cringes me to look back at that sometimes.
Everyone has to cringe at their first
It's
content.
true. They have to.
Otherwise you waited too long or it wasn't authentic enough.
That's a really good way to put it. 100%. It was very authentic as well. The millennial pauses from a Gen Zer was crazy. Like I couldn't edit to save my life. But the team at JCK found me and they decided this American London girl should come to JCK and just talk about the show. Again, I have to emphasize, I did not know what I was getting into. I remember sending one of the team members an email like, hey, so what should I expect? And she was like, this is the schedule. I was like, oh, okay. No clue. I did all my research and whatever, but nothing prepares you for a massive conference like JCK.
No.
My feet hurt a lot at the end of it.
It is intense. My in-laws told me I should bring my baby to JCK this year. I was like, you don't understand. I'm literally like just going to be walking on my feet all day long for 4 days straight. Like there's no time.
And you're getting
through
stopped.
casinos.
Yeah, through casinos. A wonderful place for babies, for sure.
Yeah, you're getting stopped to chat with like people nonstop.
Actually, I was watching you at some point. You know everybody, by the way. I have to give Olivia a shout out. Or everybody knows you because you're like such a presence
for better or for worse.
Oh, please, for better. Industry's darling. You are
for some people, not for everyone.
It's okay.
Yeah.
But the good people. It's just incredible to watch you network, the way that you handle these conferences as well, and the panels that you're on. Every day I'm clicking through Instagram and I'm like, what is Olivia doing today? Some badass something. Can I curse?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Just a little bit.
I don't even think that's cursing.
Yeah, basically not.
No, that's
Please,
not
that's
cursing.
a donkey.
Yeah. Also, a lot of your content revolves around you being a quote unquote future fiance, which I know is like triggering to some people.
It is so true. People get so mad at me. I don't even know how to describe
Tell
it.
us, like, how did that start?
Okay. Well, it started because I feel like I've been with my boyfriend for 6.5 years now.
Mm-hmm.
6.5 years.
I got engaged after 6.5 years. Also.
Oh, okay. I see you because I've gotten so many questions, a lot of like negative comments saying, oh, you've been together for this long. He's never going to propose, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, screw you. He is going to propose. Not only is he going to propose, I'm going to outwardly manifest this. It's going to happen. And mind you, I have to also clarify, I was the one saying I wasn't ready. I'm basically mentally a little bit of a teenager. Like I was not prepared at that point. And he's about 5 years older than me and all of his friends were getting married. He was ready to commit. And I was like, no, I need to just be a girl in London for a second.
Just a girl.
I'm literally just a girl. And it was crazy he didn't get that. But when I finally gave him the go ahead, he was like, fantastic. And he really started the process pretty much immediately. But in that, like during the process, I was like, you know what? I'm just going to call him my future fiance because he is my future fiance. He is in the process of making this ring. Also, it feels like after you've been together for so long, boyfriend didn't hold enough gravitas. It wasn't the weightiest word to give to him because he is more than a boyfriend to me. He is a future fiance.
I think you should come out with merch, future fiance merch.
Oh my God. How did I not think of that?
You can credit me for that.
I will 100 TM the cricket. Oh my God, that's
royalties in perpetuity.
Yeah.
But no, you should. I feel like that would like do well.
Wait, that would be such a good idea. Okay, I'll have to talk to my management about that.
Anyway, I think in other languages too, they do have terms for like someone that's like more serious than your boyfriend. Like I think in Italian there's something like that. But the English language doesn't have that. So you just...
I'm just ahead of the English vocabulary.
Yes, exactly.
We're bringing it in.
So we get a lot of questions here because we are an engagement ring company. There's like taboos, I think, still around like designing your own ring or participating in like the process of that, which I think is kind of an antiquated way to think. Most of our couples like come in to like pick out the diamond, design the ring, and there's some element of surprise or not, whatever you like. So what are your thoughts around being involved in the process?
I think it's so totally up to personal preference, but the taboo that exists about being engaged in the process of designing the ring, that is ridiculous to me because I'm type A. I'm extremely type A. Like I'm on my emails 24/7. I need to know everything. If I know one thing, I need to know everything. So for me, if somebody's engaged in the process and knows kind of what's happening, that's really, honestly, they're probably going to be happier with their ring at the end unless they just genuinely do not mind and they don't have any preference. They just want something beautiful. Then that's completely fine as well. But I think having any kind of taboo around being engaged with your engagement ring design is just, that is a very antiquated approach. And I think that if you know what you want, we are in the 21st century. We have the capability to be a boss woman. And I think you should absolutely take advantage of that.
What are your thoughts on, you know, the mindset around, well, I'm like buying this for you. You should like whatever I get.
Oh my God, ridiculous. Are you joking? Are you going to settle for something you don't love? And it's the most important, arguably, piece of jewelry you're going to have in your entire life. I understand that there's sentiment behind it. And at the end of the day, the sentiment is superior. But if you want a pear diamond on a white gold band and he gets you a bezel set Asher cut.
Well, that would be a very bold move.
Massively bold move. I mean, come on. It's like you have to know your partner. Also, I find that it's kind of offensive as well when you do have an idea of what your partner wants and then just go in an opposite direction.
Well, I was going to say, I see that a lot where they'll be like, oh, well, you know, she wants this, but I don't really care because I like this. What are your thoughts on that?
Oh, that's a red flag. Because you need to, I mean, I get that it's you're paying for it, but it's hers. It's and it's a representation of how much, you know, you love each other. So really it should be up to her. It's going to be on her finger all the time. Like she has to deal with it every day, Diane.
I agree.
Right? Okay, thank you. That's crazy.
What are your thoughts on like if someone was like, I want a natural diamond, but their partner's like, no, I'm going to get lab grown?
I think, again, you have to go with the preference of the bride or the future fiance. Like just also crazy having people lie about it. That it happens. It happens a lot. I've heard stories. I've had people DM me many times saying, oh, my fiance told me that it was a natural diamond. And then they went and got it checked and it wasn't.
So they must have had some sort of suspicion then.
Of course, yeah, they had to. But then again, having that kind of suspicion as well is kind of a red flag. But anyways, I really think that at the end of the day, for anything engagement, you should defer to the future fiance.
Yes.
Or fiance.
So how much did you play, or I don't know, I know you're in the process of how much involvement did you play into it? So
initially, I wanted to go in blind. I wanted to not know a single thing.
So you wanted to go in blind.
I wanted to go in blind because I feel like I have a very unique experience and that I'm very exposed to so much of the jewelry world and so privileged to know the ins and the outs of it. But I knew that if I gave him two different cuts that I loved, an Asher and an Old Mine. And I said,
my two favorites.
See? Soulmates. But I gave him these two stones and I said, anything that you want to do with these two, I'm happy. And he knew that I wanted something unique. And honestly, poor guy, I genuinely feel for him. Everybody's like, this is my royal wedding. I cannot wait to see your ring. Like, it's genuinely such a...
It's like a year of hyping it up. Like, we need to see this already.
I know. I really have not cut him any slack. But I really didn't want to know anything. And then I saw a rendering on accident. He really wanted my take on.
So you weren't.
I wasn't engaged in the process whatsoever.
Wow.
So I didn't know a single thing until I knew who he was working with, and I knew kind of an idea of where we were going. But I didn't know the stone. I didn't know the setting. I didn't know anything. And then I saw a rendering, and I hinted to that on my TikTok the other day. You saw that. So now I'm all in.
Oh, now you're all in.
Unfortunately, the Type A is coming out. And now that I know one thing, I'm like, I need to know everything. If I was just surprised with something beautiful, sparkly, shiny, whatever the hell on the day, I'm going to be overwhelmed and love it no matter what.
So was it accidental, or did he like show you for your opinion?
He showed me the stone for my opinion. That was the first step. And then the rendering came because it swiped through.
So then how are you involving yourself? Are you like, well, I saw this, now I'm going to like be involved?
100%.
Okay.
Now I'm 100% involved.
Well, at least you have like really open, honest communication.
Yeah, we do.
Which is a great foundation for a marriage.
For sure. And he's more than happy to be like, you can take the reins. Like the pressure is a little bit.
Was he heading in the right direction?
He was. Okay, he was going 100% down the right direction. Okay. I knew I trusted him. I 100% trust him still if I were to step back, but I'm Type A. I can't.
So are you also involved in like the actual proposal? Or?
No. He is really, really good at keeping secrets about those types of like big events and stuff. He does. I do have very specific specifications about. I need to chill out a little bit, but I unfortunately can't. It's in my nature. Yeah. I know that I want to get engaged during a warmer month. Because if I am cold and I'm in a parka and I'm hunched over accepting, I'm going to hate the photos. I'm going to be livid about the situation. So I need to be, not in a parka, maybe on vacation, don't really care. And then I want it photographed, videographed within an inch of its life because unfortunately I will black out and I will not remember the moment.
You will black out.
100%. I know. I know it. Even when anything big happens to me now, I'm like, how did I react? I've completely blacked out. What did I say? And I really want to remember that moment. Also, I'm chronically online, unfortunately, and it does need to be shared. I feel like I owe it to the internet ever so slightly.
Yeah, people would be mad at you.
Right? And then I really want my family and his family to be present during not during the actual proposal.
Like a little get together after.
Yes. Yeah.
That, honestly, you just described my dream proposal.
Did I? We have so much in common.
But that didn't happen for me.
Oh,
well, if I were to plan my own proposal, it'd be like that.
Fair enough. See, this is our issue.
Yeah.
We are so Type A about it.
I did make a suggestion for my proposal and he was like, I'm not going to do that, but then ended up doing it.
Oh, okay. So. Okay, good. He kind of tricked you in the beginning.
Yes, a little bit. Okay, I think this is a good segue to a game I want to play.
Love.
So I'm going to show you 4 different style engagement rings and you have to tell me who does this ring belong to? And describe
the type of woman?
The woman that this belongs to.
Stop.
Okay, let's start big. Okay, let's start with this one. It is and we'll get close-ups of these after. This is an 8-carat oval set in platinum with a pop band.
Oh my God. I'm staring into her eyes.
It's really
She's
pretty.
So drama. I love her. I love her so much. Every time I see a new diamond, I'm like, do I want this one? I have an issue. Okay, to me, she's giving St. Bart's a little bit. She's giving on a vacation in some tropical island. She's the type of New York girl who goes...
She's a New York girl.
She's very much a New York girl, in my opinion. Mm-hmm. She feels very Upper East Side in a way, but very close to the park because she does daily runs.
Mm-hmm.
And then she vacations in St. Bart's, occasionally in Saint-Tropez, but she likes to stay relatively... on this hemisphere. She also loves a Miami trip and she loves tuna tartare.
Yeah.
100%.
I think that is so spot on.
Isn't it? This is what I'm getting from her.
She is probably having her bachelor party in St. Bart's or something, 100%.
Right? She's renting a boat with her girls.
Yeah.
Or she's getting it lent by a friend.
And I think she could be a supermodel influencer or something who's marrying someone similar.
Yes, exactly. Where is her wedding, do we think?
Definitely in Europe somewhere.
Yeah, that's when she'll break the rule about Europe. She will 100% be getting married somewhere in the south of France. Yeah.
Where do you want to get married?
Oh my God. The questions I cannot answer. I have no idea. No matter what I do, unfortunately, I have to do I have to do a international destination wedding.
That's
because
fine.
We're so spread out everywhere. Arizona, London, Munich, Texas, Boston now.
So you can pick anywhere in the world.
I can. I have so much freedom, but I cannot handle that kind of freedom. I need to narrow it down a bit.
You haven't thought about it at all?
Oh, I've thought about it. I just haven't narrowed anything down.
Okay. All right, next ring. This one is a 1.82 carat old European cut set in like a two-tone like vintage solitaire.
Oh my God. I love an old euro. I'm such a fan of an old euro. They just have these beautiful chunky petal-like culettes, and this band is so elegant. Okay, to me, this is more Upper East than that one, honestly. This is giving like...
This is probably like a Tribeca.
Yeah, that actually is more of a Tribeca, and this is very much an Upper East. This feels like she's an art collector / dealer. Curator.
Okay.
Curator. She kind of has this old money energy coming through. She's very elegant, very poised, very fresh blowout, but she doesn't have any heat damage. Her hair is extremely thick. She is very much that totem wearing girl and very understated. She doesn't need to show off because she knows who she is.
Wealth whispers.
Yes, wealth whispers. Unfortunately, I'm extremely loud. And I can't actually shut up.
Maybe she even inherited this diamond.
That's kind of what I was thinking. Maybe this is like from her, grandmother. Yeah. It's been passed down through generations. Maybe it's her mother's first engagement ring.
Yes.
Yes, but her mother has since upgraded.
Yes, of course.
I love her.
As will she.
As will she, one day.
Okay.
5-year, 10-year?
Next up, we have a 4.6 carat fancy yellow pear-shaped with pear-shaped side stones. A little more unique.
God,
this one's tough.
Diamond. This one is a little bit tougher, but honestly, pears are having such a moment, obviously. I need to interview you on that as well. But I think that this, as a pear and as a yellow, I feel like I'm sticking to New York with this, honestly.
Okay, we can keep it all New York.
Okay, we can keep it all New York. This is very Soho-y to me, in a weird way. Like, this just feels she is creative and wants her ring to show that. She doesn't want to go full standard, just solitaire. She wants to have the side stones and she wants to get that uniqueness from the color. Because I always say there's like a couple ways to make your ring unique. One of them is color and side stones. And the commitment to the pear in this, I think is very on brand for a lot of the Soho girls. She is an Equinox girl, I feel. And she goes maybe occasionally to solid core, but that's only for her girlfriends. Loves a brunch. Absolutely loves a brunch. And she has no idea how she's going to set a band with this because it's so blingy. She's having a lot of problems with that and talking to her friends about it. Mainly because I have no idea how I'm going to set a band with this.
Real problems.
Real problems. What would you put with that one?
Honestly, I'd probably just wear a band on my other hand.
Yeah?
Yeah, which I do. So that's...
I love that.
Yeah.
I seriously love that idea.
Because I don't know. I wouldn't want to take away from it. Or you could do a fancy yellow oval band with it. Okay.
That would be so good.
Okay. Last but not least, we have a 3-carat marquee in our Sierra style. I
love this style so much. This is like a cooler, it's not east-west, it's just like on an angle. It's just so good.
It's akimbo.
Akimbo, is that what it's called?
I think so. Like offset.
Oh, I love that. This one's even more difficult for me because she's an everyday working girl. She wanted the bezel setting so that it would protect the stone, but she also wanted to have a little bit more of that light coming through and wanted it to be a little bit more unique. She also loves a marquee, but she loved a marquee before everybody else got the marquee. She loved this stone before Selena Gomez got a stone, and so she really wanted to do something a little bit different. She has an incredibly close relationship with her partner. They are making dinner at home every night. She loves to cook. I have like these stones actually have personalities now. Yeah. Like I can literally feel this.
For me, I don't know why when I look at this, I'm like, this is a Nepo baby that lives in Brooklyn.
I love the Nepo baby energy.
Yeah. She
honestly
thinks she's a woman of the people, but she has a 3-carat.
But she has a 3-carat marquee.
Yeah.
100%. This is giving Brooklyn actually. I see it. And she wants to be a little bit different.
But she lives in like a super fancy like high-rise apartment with like a beautiful Manhattan view.
Yes. Or like a loft or something like really chic and really says, oh, I moved to Brooklyn before it was a thing.
Yes.
I see it. I feel it.
Thank you for playing.
Oh my God. Please. So fun. Favorite game yet.
So with that in mind, can you tell us like what are some of the biggest bridal and jewelry trends that you're seeing right now? Like what excites you the most and what are some things that you don't really love?
I think for bridal excitement, obviously we're seeing so much excitement about pairs. That's just massive. I think that we're going to see a lot of girls.
Are pears the new ovals?
I think so. I really do think so. It has enough brilliance.
I think pears might be the new ovals because everyone loved that ovals were finger flattering and they sparkled nicely, which are things that pear shapes do, but everyone wants to be a little bit more unique because a lot of people have opals.
Yeah, so true. Exactly. You want the same sparkle and the same like
finger coverage.
Yes, exactly. Also, there's so much you can do with a pear. There's so many different types of pear stones. Like there's extremely elongated, some chunkier ones, some antiques with culettes, like really, really, really beautiful pears. I personally have fallen in love with many a pear. Just did not make the decision to go with a pear. Yeah. I really do think it is the new oval in a really big way. And I think we're going to be seeing a lot of it, not necessarily on just a solitaire.
Yeah, so we saw like 2 influencers get engaged with pear solitaires. I was kind of surprised by how simple the settings were.
Me
Do you
too.
think we're going like away from the chunky, curved, like offset trend that we've been seeing and kind of back to more simple settings?
Honestly, maybe if the stone is really special. I think another trend I'm really excited about is fancy colors.
Oh, don't get me started. Do not ask me for another champagne or brown diamond. They are hard to get, okay?
They are hard to get. I mean, the desert diamond of it all. It's not easy to source. Oh my gosh. Yeah. But I think if you go for a unique color, having a more simple band will probably be the go-to. But I think a lot of people...
What are your thoughts on that? Because for so long, no one wanted like a brownish diamond. And now all of a sudden, everyone wants a brownish diamond.
Yeah, I think that really is the advent of lab. And just the desire, if you do want to go towards natural, to do something that is very clearly natural in a very, cool and different way. Also, I do blame social media, and I am definitely a part of this. The ubiquity of the same type of ring that you do see day in, day out, and the desire to have something in the same shape and finger coverage that you're desiring, but not be the exact same. And I think brown is so special because it can pull pink if you do satin rose gold, and then you can have a brownish pink diamond.
Actually, I loved like a brown tinted stone.
Love.
And you're right. You're so right. Because we've been seeing like a trend towards more unique cuts that lab is being cut in. And also like a shift to lower colored stones, even in the white scale, because people are like, I want it to feel natural.
Yeah, I want it to feel natural and not just like necessarily a bright white. That isn't as much of a status thing anymore. It's more of the design as well and the color cut, whatever. Yeah, the emphasis on the quality of everything that's involved with it. I also think that a lot of people who choose the simpler band are really concerned about the wedding band that's going to be associated with it, that they're going to have on there. And I think, honestly, that concern and the lack of, thinking it through, the foresight about the entire stack is what pushes people to go for a simpler look so that they can pair it with a wedding band.
What I always say about, I love a simple solitaire. Like, don't get me wrong, you can't go wrong with that. But 2 things, like, I think a lot of people get scared to do like the more unique setting because they're like, oh, I want it to be classic and last forever. Yeah. But you can reset.
You can reset. You have free will. I say this all the time. You can do this.
If you love your diamond, which is the most important part, you can always become a solitaire one day or anything else.
Exactly. Yeah. Once you get tired of the design, even if you ever do, you can reset it. Like I love that idea. I think you made a video about that a couple weeks ago, and I was like, snaps to Olivia for this because it's so true. It's so true. And I mean, you can have fun with it. And I swear, if you don't get an engagement ring that you love because you are aiming for timelessness, you will regret it. Yeah. At the end of the day, that's not like what you're going to love.
Fall in love with your diamond. Make sure that it can be reset into a style you like. And it's not like life or death.
No, it's not life or death.
Also for the wedding band, you make a good point. People do get like anxious about the stack. But like, I have a stack. I just wear it on my other hand.
That is such... I don't know why people are so afraid to do that. Even I was like, oh, is that really traditional? But I'm not traditional as a person, so why should I?
Sometimes, like, the design of the ring is beautiful as is, and you don't want to, like, mess around with it by adding... You don't need to add things to it. If you want to, amazing. More rings, the better. But, like...
Agreed.
You have a whole other hand.
You have so much more to do. You can totally... Like, 10 fingers, you're good. You can even throw it on the thumb if you must. But... I think that there's also, I've seen people go for raised stones when they have a really active lifestyle and prefer to have something flush because they want a wedding band to sit straight. There's just so many options here that I think people really need to be educated on, honestly.
Yeah. So any other trends, even if it's regular in jewelry or engagement ring design that you're seeing?
I've been loving a 3-stone, going back to the 3-stone, but for me, my happy place really is in antique stones right now, antique cuts. I just find them so infinitely alluring in a way that I personally feel like modern cuts have in incredible ways, but the antique cuts just do it for me. And again, personal preference, whatever you choose, but that is my baby right now. When I see an antique stone, I'm crossing the street. I am like grabbing someone's hand. I'm like, oh, let me see it. Also, the sparkle is so different.
I know. And well, we specialize in antique stones, so I might be a little biased, but I love them because how can you find something that's unique, classic, and timeless, like all together? And that is like an antique stone because they're all one of a kind. They're not standardized. No two are alike, and they've been around forever. So they're not going like out of style or whatever that means.
Exactly. They've been around forever. Also, the appreciation for an open culet.
Yes.
I am on the open culet train.
So an open culet, for those of you, and not cutlet. I've heard people say that. It's like an extra facet at the point of a diamond that's like unique to antique stones, which some people are like, I don't like it. Looks like a little black dot in the center, but like that's the culet, and that's what makes it cool.
It is. That's what makes it really cool. Yeah. I love it.
Amazing. Okay. So any like fine jewelry that you're like styles or trends that you're loving, like what's the newest thing in fine jewelry? So like I can know.
Ooh, let me think. I think obviously we've seen hand chains go crazy. That just has been and will continue to be, at least for summer. Because I think people really want something, more on their hands when they're maybe at a club, beach club or something like that. Love hand chains. I don't think people want to spend an insane amount on hand chains, honestly, because it's just not as practical. But what I'm seeing a lot of interest in is ear cuffs that do not require piercings.
Yes.
That's a really big one. Because, well, at least for me as well, I hate getting my ears pierced.
Me too. But I love an ear cuff. Yeah, I'm not wearing one today, but I love when I do.
Me neither. I'm like very upset about my...
I want to make a diamond ear cuff. Is that like crazy? I'm scared that it'll fall out.
It won't. People have that fear. If you just do like the little hinge thing, like you're completely like you're solid, and you obviously know how to manufacture things perfectly. But I will say, leaning into the ear cuff of it all, incredible. And obviously colored stones in a really big way. People are loving emerald sapphires. Apparently people didn't know that sapphires come in every color of the rainbow. Yes. So it's like unlocked new things for them when they figure out that they can have a green sapphire, not necessarily an emerald, and have it be even more durable than an emerald. Yeah. So definitely ear cuffs and hand chains are really, really big requests that I've been seeing.
Interesting. Awesome. So I think we're going to play another game if that's okay.
Go ahead.
Before we go into it, I kind of want to ask, do you think celebrities actually, when they get engaged, actually have an impact on the trends for the next year in bridal?
Oh my God, yes. Yes, 100%. It depends obviously on the celebrity. Yeah, they absolutely have an impact. Again, it really depends on the person. I think the Hailey Bieber effect. I mean,
there are certain celebrities that are like true influencers. That whatever they do, people, it's like gospel. And I think Hailey Bieber, is one of them.
Definitely one of them.
Sophia Richie is another one.
Oh my gosh, everybody's about to get a bob.
I know. And I'm like, I was like, do not let me get a bob.
Yeah.
I was like, whatever you do, I do not have the right hair texture.
No, I do not have the jawline to handle a bob.
I've had one, and I just need to remember that it was a bad idea.
You had a bob?
Yeah, I had an accidental bob back in the day, but
God, really?
Took years to get out of, so this is a warning.
Never again.
We don't have hairstylists on staff like she does.
This is so true. Yeah. None of our hairstylists flew out to the south of France to cut our hair. We've
done a few tests with our like AI and our data to see if there were like actual trends with some celebrity engagement rings, and some people do make an impact and some people don't. And Selena Gomez was one of them. So we're going to play a game called I Do or I Don't. I'm going to show you different celebrity engagement rings and you tell me I do or I don't and why. Okay.
Yay.
So let's start with Selena and her marquee diamond on quite a thick diamond band.
Quite a thick diamond band. That is a really, really interesting one for me because, I mean, the thick diamond band, I love.
Interesting.
I really do. Because I think, honestly, for me, when I see a stone that has a lot of bling around it, I'm like, oh, I love you. I mean, look at this. And I'm wearing the clear cut right there.
Yay.
Right there. Okay.
A ripple band.
Yes. Love her. Literally every single day. But for me, it would be I don't.
Okay. And why?
Because I love a marquee, but I would round the edges to be a mauve.
Okay.
I would not do full pointy marquee because I just don't love the pointedness of it.
Okay.
I definitely prefer a more rounded stone.
Okay.
But I see the vision.
So you like the band,
Love
but
the band.
different stone.
Yes.
Okay. Next, Sophia Richie's emerald cut on platinum solitaire.
I just love her. Do I love her because she's perfect, or do I love her because she's on Sophia Richie? Is the question I have
No, you
to
need
ask myself. Just the stone.
Just the ring.
Just the ring. Just the ring. So I had a hyperfixation on emeralds for the longest time. Emeralds and ashers. And that's what I wanted for years. And then I tried one on. And I was like, and then I tried one on next to an asher. And I was like, asher. It has to be asher. And then I tried an asher on next to an old mine cut. I was like, oh my God, I can't choose. So unfortunately, I fear I've aged myself out of a typical emerald cut. Okay. Just for me.
What do you mean aged yourself out?
In that I think I've overexposed myself. Okay. I think I've found myself a little bit too deep in the woods of really unique engagement rings. Yeah. And so now what used to be my perfect...
It's too classic.
It's too classic.
Okay. So I don't. Wow.
I know.
All right. This is Hailey Bieber.
Love the impact. Love the vibe. It's a no for me.
Okay. And why?
Because it's just too simple, too classy, too classic. And also I feel like it's had its moment. And I've just never been an oval girl. No matter what, whenever I try them on, I just typically...
Movals are fine, but not ovals?
Yes.
Okay.
Because they're a little bit weirder.
Okay.
I want
something weird.
I want something weird.
It's so weird to me. Speaking of weird, now I'm saying it so much. When Hailey Bieber got her like push present or like second ring, that she got like literally the exact same one, but bigger.
Just larger. Yeah. I don't know.
I was like, that's a choice.
It's a choice. It's definitely a choice. If she made the other ring a pinky ring.
Or like something.
Yeah.
But they literally look the same.
The exact same. Yeah. I, for the longest, didn't actually know that had happened, that she had gotten an upgrade. And then I saw an article about it and I was like, make it make sense. Mm-hmm. No, I agree.
She really loves that style.
And if she loves that style, all hats off to her, by all means.
Okay, next we have Zendaya's elongated anti-cushion set east-west on the button back bezel.
Yes. That is an I do for me. Because it's classic, it's timeless, but it's a little bit weirder. Yeah. And I love the button back style. I find it so chic.
Very hot right now.
Very hot right now. Though I will say this is an antique style setting. Like it's
a Georgian style setting. So it has been around and it is not like it's just having a moment coming back.
It's just having a moment.
Yeah.
Exactly. And I do love that. So I think it's the antique of it all as well that's really drawing me in because I love that setting. And a cushion.
Yes.
Love a cushion.
Okay, and newly confirmed Dua Lipa.
Oh, I love this. I'm so happy for her. This, just for me, it's around brilliant, so it's a no. I love the chunk. I know I suck. If it were an old euro, it would be a yes.
Okay.
Again, with me and the antique stones.
Yeah.
But I think I love the chunky band.
Yeah.
100% love the chunky band.
And I think this makes it cool if you do want to go with a smaller diamond to make it like pretty cool and stylish.
Yes, I completely agree. I think that's such a cool girl stone, cool girl setting.
Yeah.
Yeah, just a ring in general. I mean, Dua Lipa can do no wrong when it comes to jewelry. She is my inspo as well, like one of my total inspos. So I saw that and I was like, that's just so you. I love it.
Okay, next up we have Simone Biles, oval on a pave band.
Yeah, I love it. I do, but it's just, the band is incredible, but it's just not for me.
So it's an I don't.
It's an I don't.
Megan Fox, MGK. I don't think she's still technically engaged, but this was the trois mois with an emerald pair and a...
I hate to say, but I love it.
Yeah, I mean, I
love it. I do. I think it's so cool. And if you do want to go with a pair, they're perfect for trois mois. Yes. And it's like you also get kind of a heart in there, but not an obvious heart if you don't love a obvious heart.
I still love a trois mois.
Me too, all the time.
I love them. I think each one is so unique. Yeah. You can make it your own.
Completely. Even just slightly shifting the angle makes it completely your own.
Yeah.
And nobody's going to have that.
No, and you can like put in other gemstones. I wouldn't recommend an emerald for everyday wear because it's a little soft, but whatnot.
I've broken many a heart telling people that you really shouldn't do an emerald for an engagement ring unless you want to do like an emerald for a special occasion. Unless you want to replace it like all the time, but yeah. Yeah, so sad.
Okay, this is last but not least, Kate Middleton's sapphire.
That's a yes.
Really?
That's a yes. Yeah.
And why?
Because I love a sapphire. I think because I was in the UK for such a long time and they just love a sapphire engagement ring over there. And I've become indoctrinated ever so slightly.
Okay.
Yeah, my time abroad is really showing. Yeah. But I do love the setting as well. If you're going to have a sapphire, I prefer to have diamonds as well within there so that it gives a good amount of sparkle. And also, that particular sapphire is phenomenal. It's just so beautiful.
And it's just like And it's just like a historically iconic.
Yes,
ring.
it's historically iconic. And
Yeah.
you have to be semi-iconic sometimes.
Yes.
I love that. Very
Okay.
cool girl energy.
So, what are your like plans for your career, your future, your wedding? Like,
Oh my
what
God.
can we like expect from you?
Honestly, well, merch is coming, clearly. Future fiancé merch.
I mean, that I think, okay, once you get engaged, it's going to be a whole thing. And then I think we're going to be like really reeled in for like the wedding planning content
Yeah.
and the wedding content. So
Yeah.
like we have like years of content to look forward to.
We really do.
So I'm excited about that.
Yeah.
And I think there should be like specific merch along the way too.
Yeah.
So
I think there should be. I love the idea. I never thought about that. I've never even considered the idea of merch, but you've put me onto that. Because I didn't think I had a tagline at all.
You do. Something
Kind
so
of.
cute. Yeah. And then so we have to start planning your wedding. We have to have another episode all dedicated to wedding planning.
Oh, I cannot wait. I'm sure there's going to be bumps along the road and I will talk about them through the wazoo. I'm gonna be
because
so
you
annoyed.
haven't thought about it yet, right?
I have thought about it in detail, but I've not landed on anything.
Okay.
It's what keeps me up at night, thinking about wedding planning and how much I'm going to spend on florals.
Florals are very expensive. When you consider your engagement ring, think about how much florals are going to cost.
Yeah.
And be like, let's just pare down the flowers
Yes.
and put more towards the diamond.
There are so many ways to girl math your diamond.
There's no way
Unfortunately,
to
I've gone
girl
through-
math florals.
No, you
No.
cannot girl math florals.
Mm-mm.
You literally cannot. It's
Yeah.
so, I think I'm going to have like tomatoes and vines on my table and do like a kind
That
of,
is so
I think it's going to be really chic.
when I found out how much florals cost, I was like, I'm doing like olive branches and candles, and it
Yes.
looks beautiful.
I'm
and, like,
sure it looked incredible.
And it was like a pretty like scenery. It was in
Love.
Tuscany, so it was, you know.
See, that's all you need. A good scenery. And also, if the venue has beautiful trees and stuff,
florals,
you're
yeah.
good. You do not need to
I
spend
was
money
like
on that.
$20,000.
Immediately, no. I had a friend actually who did single roses in like little vases,
Cute.
and it looked very chic. And I was like,
They're creative ways.
pinned.
Yes.
Yeah, there are creative ways to do it. I agree. But yes, there's going to be so much wedding content coming. I mean, future fiance stuff is still in the works, proposals in the works. So you're going to be seeing a lot of that. And pretty much I'm going to be in New York City all the time, bopping around, trying on different diamonds, a lot of trend stuff. It's a big core pillar of my content to come, but definitely lots of bridal. I think this is the season for bridal.
Mm-hmm. And do you think that you'll stay like in a jewelry niche or like expand?
I think I'm going to expand quite a bit because I think a really big selling point, at least for me, is jewelry in context. And that's how I prefer to, be influenced in the get-go. If I just see a stone, it's like, oh, okay, that's incredibly beautiful. But if I see a stone in context, if I see a stone, one thing about me, if I see a stone with a martini glass, that's me done. I need that ring, whatever the hell it is. If it's with a dirty martini, anything like that. So I think a really core pillar for me is definitely bringing jewelry more within lifestyle and showcasing how things can be lived in and really enjoyed organically. And there's another hill that I'm going to die on. Wear your jewelry. I mean, if you have your jewelry, wear it. It's not doing anyone any good sitting in a safe somewhere. You're going to be, at one point in your life, you're going to look back and say, I wish I wore that more.
It's a cost per wear.
Cost per wear. And you have to get that metric down.
Yeah.
It's like one of my biggest things.
And you can always polish up a ring,
Exactly. Buy yourself an ultrasonic, but be careful. Know the rules about
you know?
ultrasonics.
No pave, no emerald.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. I did an ultrasonic video and people were like, do not put your 12 on there. I'm like, okay, got it. Thank you.
Yeah.
No, but it's so true. I think that there's such a value as well in seeing things in context. So I'm definitely going to be showing more of my day-to-day life because I've gotten a lot of requests for that. Being really transparent about what it's like to be within the industry. Talking to people who are keen to get into the industry and maybe want to purchase a ring or start a line or anything like that.
Cool. Well, I'm super excited for it. Thank you so much for joining us today
Oh my
on the
God.
first ever episode.
This was so fun. Thank you for having me.
Tell everyone where they can follow you.
Oh, yes. You can follow me on Kira Kirby with 2 Ys on TikTok and then just Kira Kirby on Instagram. And Kirby is spelled like the video game.
And you don't want to tell everyone your like secret TikTok?
Oh, God. No, let's
Okay.
do this.
If you find it, you find it.
Yeah, when you find my spam, you find my spam. It means you're a part of the crew,
Yeah.
if that's true.
If the algorithm finds you.
Exactly. The algorithm chooses you. You do not choose.
Thank you.
Thank you for having me. This was so much fun.
Yay.